everyone, and welcome back to the Cozy Chair. I am so glad that you are all here, and I'm so glad that I am here because I've been so busy working on something really fun. Do you want to hear a surprise? I've been working on a book. My mom wrote a book, and I was helping her, and I'm so excited because it's not just any book. It's a children's book, and I love children's books. And not only that, it's a Christmas book. It's called The Christmas That Changed Everything. And I just know you're going to love it. So make sure you keep coming back because it's at the printer and it's getting printed, and we're so excited so that you guys will be able to hear The Christmas That Changed Everything. Okay, so I have another fun thing to tell you. Do you remember Ordinary Mary? I love Ordinary Mary's Extraordinary Deed. It's one of my very favorite books. I love Ordinary Mary because she changes the world. That ordinary kid? Yes, she does. She really changed the world, just like you can change the world too. And the other day, you're not going to believe what I saw. Look, there's another one. This one is called Ordinary Mary's Positively Extraordinary Day. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited to read this to you because I also want to know what you guys are going to do that's extraordinary. Okay, so this book is by Emily Pearson and it's illustrated by Fumi Kosaka. And I hope you just love this book. I love yellow. It's so cheerful and happy. And you know what? I think you're great. I do. Ordinary Mary's Positively Extraordinary Day. Ordinary Mary was very ordinary, even though she had once changed the world. This girl? Yes, this girl, she had once changed the world, and she's about to do it again. I can't wait to see what she's going to do. One ordinary day, skipping to her ordinary bus stop, on her way to her ordinary school, Mary passed the ordinary bushes she passed every other day and picked a sunflower and continued on her way. On the bus, there was a fuss with a not very nice kid named John. He thought it was funny to tease Mia, a girl whose clothes were old and didn't fit quite right. Look, John pointed and laughed. There's a great big hole in your shoe. He is not very nice. Mary spoke up and said to Mia, I think you look nice, and I really like your hair. Mary handed Mia the sunflower, and then she smiled at John, and said, I like your backpack. Yeah, your backpack is cool, said Kenji, and if I could throw a football like you, maybe I'd get picked for a team too. John's teasing stopped. Did you see what she did? She was even nice to the mean kid. And thanks to Mary, every kid on the bus suddenly felt brave. Maybe they too could find a friend to defend and help others have a happier day. One of those kids was Chris, who now feeling brave gave a friendly wave and said, Thank you to Gus, who drove the big bus. No one had ever thanked Gus before. He was so pleased that he smiled a smile as wide as a mile and said, Hey kid, make it a good day. What? A good day is something I can choose? That new thought made Chris so excited he couldn't wait to help other kids choose a good day too. Isn't that great? The bus driver taught him that you can choose to have a great day. One of those kids was Lucia, who was struggling to get her heavy school project out of the car. Chris beamed as he helped Lucia carry her project to class. That turned Lucia's mood right around, and she said to herself, Maybe my load isn't as heavy as I thought. All at once her shoulders felt lighter, and her heart felt brighter, and that made her want to lighten the load of other kids too. One of those kids was Amon, who sat in a slump and seemed down in the dumps. Lucia passed him a note that said, I think you're great. And just like that, Amon sat up straighter and took a deep breath and felt better. 4 simple words that he hardly ever heard made all the difference. What would happen if you gave someone a note that said, I think you're great? I bet they would have a happier day. Mr. Jenkins, he noticed too. When he saw the words on Lucia's note and the difference they made, he had an idea. Each kid in the class would write a positive note and pass it on to another kid at the assembly that morning. Oh, how great! The kids couldn't wait. One by one, the kids handed out their notes, and as they did, every heart got happier and every smile got bigger. The principal, Mrs. Thomas, saw the happiness spread and was delighted with what the note said. Look at that! They spread that happiness all around their whole school. Isn't that great? As she left the assembly, Miss Thomas saw Lucas, Ava, and Noah, each with mischief in their eye. They had all spent time in her office for making other kids cry. Oh, those kids! You probably know kids like that at your school too. Inspired, she smiled and said, "Our school is filled with kids who are lonely and scared. It would be great if they knew that somebody cared. Would you be willing to lend a hand?" What do you think they will say? Sure, Ava shrugged. I guess we could try. So Miss Thomas gave them each a special badge. Look at this awesome badge. You're on patrol at recess today as the kindness crew. I'm counting on you to make the playground a safe and happy place. That was the first time those kids left her office walking tall, with heads held high. They joined the other kids in the hall. Isn't that great? Who did she go to? She went to the mischief kids, and she made them the kindness crew. One of those kids was Sam, who was so overjoyed from getting a note that he had to do something to help others feel the same. He gave a big smile to Betty, the lunch lady, who usually frowned a whole bunch. Do you know people like that frown a whole bunch? And actually said, "Please," when he asked for his lunch. That turned Betty's frown right upside down. You're the first one to say please. The next kid overheard and also said please, and the next one did too, and the one after that, and each smile Betty gave a smile right back. Did you know that your kindness spreads? Just like he said please, then it traveled. And lots of others said please, and I bet her frown turned into a giant smile. Each of those kids carried trays with heaping helpings of happy. One of those kids was Tara, who was eating lunch with her friends. She noticed a girl at the next table, pretending it didn't matter that she was alone. Well, it mattered to Tara. She was up like a shot. "Hi, I'm Tara. Would you like to eat lunch with us?" "I'm Callie." The girl's face lit up. "Thanks, I would like that a lot." Other kids noticed and did the same, and soon not one single kid in the lunchroom was eating alone. See, it just keeps spreading and spreading. Look at this happy playground. When Kelly played with her new friends, she felt cared for and cheerful and didn't want those good feelings to end. As she ran past John, the not-so-nice kid, do you remember him from the bus? Who liked to tease, she slipped him a note and gave his hand a squeeze. "Someone thinks you're great." John couldn't believe these words he read over and over. He was great? He'd never heard that before, but boy, he sure liked how it felt. Sometimes the mean kids are the kids that never hear anything nice. After recess, it was time for math, and John hated math. Look at him right there. He is not excited for this math. But that day, with that note in his pocket, a brand new feeling became a brand new thought. I wonder what would happen if I gave it a shot. For the first time, John tried hard with the rest of the class. And you guessed it, he actually passed. Look at him trying so hard. And he did it. Do you know what? That's what happens when we try really hard. We get better at it. After school, the same kids waited for the same bus. But this day, something was different. "Hey," John said to Maya, "sorry I was mean this morning. Who cares if there's a hole in your shoe?" Then he smiled at Kenji. "You said my backpack was cool, and it has a hole in it too." Then John tossed a football to Kenji and taught him how to throw like a pro. Kenji was so happy that he decided to help others feel happy too. Not one kid was frowning, not one kid was sad. Everyone got on the bus feeling grateful and glad. Back at school, the kindness crew knocked on the principal's door. It felt cool to protect the school, they said. Can we keep our badges and maybe earn a few more? As Lucas, Ava, and Noah left school, they saw Kalia, who had just missed her bus. Noah asked kindly, would you like to walk home with us? Kalia was so grateful that she decided to make other kids feel included and a lot less alone. One was a girl sitting on the curb looking sad. Hi, Kalia said. Is it okay if I sit down? The girl looked up and said with a frown, yeah, I just got some sad news today. My very best friend is moving away. I just moved here, Kalia's voice was kind, and I had to leave my very best friend behind. My name is Kalia. Hi, Kalia, the girl started to smile. My name is Mary. Sure, you can sit here a while. Mary? Ordinary Mary? Yes, it was true. A day that had begun with her being a friend ended with her finding a new one too. And what's more, Mary's courage and kindness had spread all day long, reaching farther than she could ever have imagined. See, it went all the way around and back again. Did you know that that's how kindness works? When we're kind to people, other people are kind to us. It's a wonderful thing. Every kid and grown-up who felt happy, cared for, and strong made others feel safe, loved, and like they belonged. Feelings that good were too hard to hold in. They spilled out of cars and homes and flooded the streets. They even went global in chats, posts, and tweets. That night, in a million different places, grateful hearts rested on pillows and smiles lingered on faces. All because, and I promise it's true, one very ordinary day, one very ordinary girl made a choice that was extraordinarily positive and positively extraordinary. And you know what? I bet you could too. Yay! Don't you just love that book? Doesn't it make you want to go out and do some awesome stuff? Well, when you do that awesome stuff, I want to hear about it. So I want you to comment down below, type all the good things that you're doing, and we'll see if we can start spreading that kindness all through your house and all through your school and all through your community, and then it goes all through the whole world. Well, I'm so happy that you came today, and I have a sneak peek of a book that's coming up next. So come next time and you'll hear, the llama corn is kind. It's kind of hiding back there, but it's another new book, so I hope you'll come back next week. Thanks for coming. See you next time. Bye-bye.